A generation data group or GDG is a collection of two or more chronologically related versions of the same dataset. They are generally used to maintain the backup of critical data, for example, monetary transactions. And if something goes wrong, then you can easily restore the data from the GDG backups and redo the processing from the same point. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to today's JCL tutorial on Generation Data Group or GDG. In this session, we will primarily focus on what is a generation data group and how a generation data group or GDG works. So without wasting any time, let's look at the topic for today's mainframe tutorial. So we start today's session with introduction to generation data group. Then we will deep dive into the GDG syntax detail. In this section, we will look at two separate syntax. First one is to define GDG catalog entries and second one is to delete the GDG catalog entries. So ladies and gentlemen, before I start with today's presentation, I would request you all to do subscribe to our channel because we need your support to grow our channel. And in case if you have already subscribed to our channel, then I would like to say a big thank you for your subscription. And do watch this video till the end so that you have a good understanding of how a generation dataset or GDG works. So let's get started with introduction to generation data group. A generation data group or GDG is a collection of two or more chronologically related versions of the same dataset. Each version is called a generation dataset, and generation dataset are non-vSAM sequential dataset that resides on tape or -D. The naming convention of generation dataset is slightly different. The operating system uses the absolute generation number to uniquely identify each generation dataset. This number is added at the end of the dataset name. So the format is dataset name dot absolute number followed by a version number. The absolute generation number consists of 4 digits for the generation number and the 2 digits for the version number. Because these numbers require 9 characters including period, the dataset name of generation data group is limited to 35 characters instead of 44 characters. So here's an example of generation dataset name. So if you see, you have tt.employee.monthly.salary followed by an absolute number, then you have a version number. Now let's move on to the next section, that is generation data group syntax detail. So in order to define a GDG base, you have to use the IDCAM's utility in a JCL. You have to issue a define GDG command along with the following parameters. So the syntax to define GDG base begins with the keyword define followed by the keyword GDG or generation data group. So you can use either of them. Then you have to specify GDG base name, and remember the name can be of at max 35 characters. Then you have to specify the limit, and the limit parameter is used to define how many generation dataset are to be maintained in a group. So at max you can have 255 generation dataset in a GDG base. The other two parameters that you normally code are the noEmpty and scratch parameters. NoEmpty means that the oldest generation should be removed from the group when a new generation is added, while scratch means that the removed dataset is actually deleted from the volume. In contrast, empty means that all the previous generations are removed from the group when a new generation is added, while no scratch means that a removed dataset is uncatalogued but not deleted. The second last parameter is owner, and it is used to specify the owner ID for that particular generation data group. And the last is to and for. So it is actually used to define the expiration date or a retention period for a GDG base. Now let's move on to the next section, that is delete GDG command syntax. Now to delete a GDG base, you have to use the IDCAM's utility in JCL. However, individual generation datasets are deleted when new generations are added based on the limit specified in the GDG Base catalog entry. Now let's look at the syntax of delete GDG Base. So again, the syntax begin with the keyword delete followed by a GDG base name, and then you have a keyword GDG or a generation data group. So you can use either of them. The other two parameters are purge, no purge, force, no force. And when you code the force parameter, the GDG catalog entries and all of its GDG members are deleted. When you code the purge parameter, the catalog entry and its members, if force is coded, are deleted whether or not they reach the expiration date. And in general, both of these parameters are commonly coded when you want to delete a GDG catalog entry because you want to get rid of a GDG base. So ladies and gentlemen, this marks an end to our today's presentation, and in case if you are looking for a sample JCL or examples of how you can use this delete and define command in your JCL, so I would request you to do check out my other videos on how to define a GDG base with the help of a sample JCL, how to delete a GDG base with the help of a sample JCL. Apart from that, I've also created a complete video of 15 minutes which includes GDG Introduction, GDG Concept, then you have GDG Syntax along with examples. So finally, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening so patiently, and in case if you think that these videos are helpful, then I would request you to share these videos with your friend and do subscribe to our channel. Thank you.